Um, Hello. Hi. I'm back and stuff to do things. Okay, so my plan is to not make this be like 3 hours because there's like, as you can see, 500,000 sniper rifles that are generally relevant as far as being able to acquire them. Um, but realistically, sniper rifles are not something that you should be getting a bunch of different types of because they're just uh, not that good. Um, they do have the role. Yeah, there's more, I know. They do have the role, which I'm gonna go over now as quickly as possible. They typically only have two jobs. A third job has been created by a singular perk, but we'll get to that in just a minute. First job, backup DPS. If you have a weapon that does damage over time, a lot of damage over time to big beefy targets, um, champions or bosses and whatnot. Think Anarchy or Dragon's Breath. Then a sniper rifle does well in longer DPS situations for special weapons, but only if you can't use your other special options uh, that are also good at that role, which means you're outranging fusion rifles and shotguns at the same time. Otherwise, you should just be using a fusion rifle or shotgun. Second situation would be safe, um, single target uh, burst damage, which I know sounds weird, but there are ways to get some burst damage with sniper rifles. This would be relevant similarly with for champions or like yellow bars where you can still stay safe. Because again, if you can use your fusion rifle or if you can use a shotgun, or even like a really good grenade launcher or something to that effect, you probably should use those. And the third role would be Ad Clear, which I know sounds ridiculous, but Discord as a perk has allowed a lot of these special weapons to be used for Ad Clear with less ammo concerns. Um, we'll get to that when it comes up because I don't want this video to be 300 years and I just spent 3 minutes trying to explain this shit. So, first weapon I'm gonna go over will be Naeem's Lance. No, I can't pronounce these properly, so shut up, get over it. Strand Special. That means it's in the top slot. It's a rapid fire, and you get it from Warlord's Ruin, the newest dungeon. The origin trait is Sundering. Um, they had to buff it recently because it's kind of butt cheeks, but basically, if you break a shield or if you deal damage to constructs, a long list of things I'm not going over now. You get reload speed, which is cool. I mean, it's nice you get free reload speed, but that's about it. Um, the traits in the third column I would recommend would be reconstruction for general use. So just this is the best perk in my opinion, and then hatchling as a um, alternative. Like if you got hatchling and you paired that with deconstruct, it'll be good. Otherwise, you won't reconstruction and precision instrument. I think that's the best combination. It does have Discord, but I don't think this is the gun you want to use with Discord, in my opinion. Every sniper rifle should have either tactical mag or extended mag on for um, more ammo, because they don't do a lot of damage, so you need the ammo. Um, can I even find this thing? Because, all right, here you go. I see it. So I think this put names Lance in the firmly in the B column. It has a good archetype and reconstruction and precision instrument. I might adjust this because I think it might be A, but we'll go B here and we'll work around it. So B tier. Um, Next up, a distant pool, craftable, top slot, stasis, rapid fire frame, origin trait. If you don't have any of your abilities, you get a buff with um, you get a big buff. Gives you a whole bunch of different stats, basically. Traits to go for: overflow, triple tap, ambitious assassin. I know, but just follow me here. And then the only traits in the fourth column would be Focus Fury and Discord. Discord and Ambitious Assassin sounds interesting and fun. So you could get a kill with a different weapon, proc Discord. I said I'll go over it. If you get a kill with a different weapon, then you swap to this gun. You proc Discord. Now every time you get a kill, it's gonna give you your ammo back. It also gives you a bunch of other things that would work better in like PvP, but we don't really care about that shit. So free ammo, right? Ambitious Assassin, the way it works, the more kills you get before you reload within 8 seconds, you can overfill the magazine up to 150%, which means that you can get a bunch of ammo at one time, which you can then use on like a boss or to continue ad clearing, right? Interesting, but I don't think this is the archetype for that because you're actually going to struggle to kill certain things, even with headshots in higher end content where you want to be safe with this. Triple tap and Focus Fury allows you to deal damage to bosses over a longer period of time. Overflow is the same thing, but with less prep if you don't, and if you're afraid that you can't land headshots. That's it. Um, this simple. C tier. Um, I don't feel like I gotta explain this very much. It's just not as good. Like, who wants to have to use Focus Fury? Focus Fury is like a failure of a perk, in my opinion. You need a much bigger damage increase for scoring 50% crits. You got to short 50% of your base magazine's worth of crits. And you only get 20% damage increase. This should be like one for all. This should be like 35%. Then we'll be talking. Maybe make it 35% precision or something, so it's like specific and you still got to land crits, but this needs help. So no. Supremacy, the Kang, kinetic, special. It's rapid fire. You get it from the Last Wish raid. It's craftable. I don't like the origin trait, so we're not talking about it. And traits I care about. In the third column, it has a bunch. Genesis, Live from Gold, Discord, and Rerun Rounds. All of those are good. Discord for the whole ad clear deal. Genesis to if you use this gun as specifically a gun to break shields and or break shields of anti-barrier champions. Um, Lead from Gold is a good utility perk for ammo, and Rerun Rounds helps for burst damage. Um, Kinetic Tremors is really good as a pseudo damage over time exotic replacement. So like bootleg anarchy, bootleg with a horde, that sort of thing. It's really good in that role, especially with Lead from Gold, which is my ideal general purpose role. And then my other role, which I actually use two of these, would be Reround Rounds and Bait and Switch for burst damage on bosses. This is one of the best snipers in the game. I'm not going over anything else. This is S tier, and if you don't believe that, there's probably something wrong with you. Yeah, I went there. As yeah, you're definitely tripping if you don't think this thing is S tier. It even has more damage because it's kinetic. Um, That's like 20, I think, percent more damage. They buffed kinetics recently. Well, not recently, it's been a while. Next one, Irukandji. I think that's how you say it. Dude, get off my dick. Stasis, special, rapid fire. I think I did all the rapid fires first. Vice Stinger is an interesting trait as it will automatically reload your magazine upon hit randomly. That's positive. Um, it comes with Envious Assassin and Fourth Time's a Charm in the first column, and the third column, the fifth column. Get it together, Q. In the third column, and Envious Assassin would be the alternative. Both are good. I think that Fourth Time's Charm is better because it gives you ammo for free, but being able to build up and having the guarantee of having these bullets is also useful. Focus Fury, we've already talked about it. It's the backup option. It's the solo option. It's the only other option that doesn't involve other people because firing line is better. But again, it requires other people to be near you. If you don't know what firing line does, read this. The weapon deals increased precision damage when near two or more allies. It's a 20% damage increase for just being near two people. Yeah, I know. Um, Where does that put Irukandji for me? It's definitely better than Distant Pool, but I don't think it's still out of C tier. So I say it's C tier, but better than Distant Pool. Yeah, something like that. Twilight Oath. Solar, special. You get it from doing dreaming, completing stuff in the Dreaming City. You can also get it from doing, dang, what do you even call that thing? I haven't done it in forever. The seasonal activity for our current season of the Wish, the Coil. I think it's the Coil. Anyways, it's rapid fire, so positives. Third column, the only thing I care about is Envious Assassin. The rest of these don't do anything for you in PvE other than maybe Heal Club, but we're not using this for Ad Clear because it doesn't have Discord. Vorpal is a solid trait, gives you 15% damage increase, which is nice against the things that you care about, but it doesn't have a pairing perk that I care about, which means Precision Instrument is the move. Having almost 20 shots and having Precision Instrument, which means 19 minus 6, quick math, 13 shots will be increased by 25% precision damage by just sitting there and laying on the trigger. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. Um, Not great, but pretty good. It's better than some of these guns, which to me puts it better than I originally thought it was in B tier. B tier, but definitely behind Naheem's Lance because Naheem's Lance has uh, more than one combination. The Persuader, you get it from Season of the Wish. You specifically get it from getting Ingrams for Season of the Wish, and then going and turning in those Ingrams uh, at the kiosk thing. Excuse me, I don't remember the name of the thing. Okay, it's like some weird kiosk deal or whatever. It doesn't really matter because this gun's ass. It's void, special rapid fire frame, so it has that going for it. In the third column, the only thing you would care about will be rapid hit. I know Discord exists, but there's nothing I care about in this other column that'll actually help me. Actually, you know what? I see one thing. If Discord, I don't know this to be fact, but if Discord and triple tap proc at the same time, so if I have Discord, so every time I get a kill, I get free ammo, and then I triple tap, like if I kill 3 things with headshots, and I get ammo, it gives me ammo. That's unique, and like it'll be a good game within a game. But do I think that's good or viable? No. Um, so yeah, I'm already done talking about this thing. This thing is definitely D tiers, the lowest of the tiers possible. Now, where the are you? Persuader. Man, tough, dude. All right, Ikelos. SR. It's craftable, solar. You got it from doing Season of the Seraph activities, which no longer exists, which means the only way you can get it is by doing the exotic rotator. Specifically, I believe it's the one that gives you Dead Man's Tail. Um, it's a rapid fire frame. Its origin trait is actually pretty good, in that if you break a shield with this, then you get 50% of your magazine from reserves. Enhance these bitches. In the third column, the only things that are important would be overflow, which advanced overflow gives you a little bit more ammo at one time, or force time to charm. It just depends on whether or not you're going for more burst damage with overflow or more damage over time with force times to charm. In the third column, under over pairs with the origin trait, and also because it's solar, it helps because solar gets you radiant, being radiant helps you deal with shields, yada yada. It all goes together there. Doesn't make it the best option, but a utility piece, I guess. High impact reserves. Just, I mean, you're running fourth times the charm and overflow, so those pair together. Although I would probably put high impact reserves and fourth times the charm together, which is why I have these together with Overflow and Focus Fury. Again, I hate Focus Fury, but it is probably the best damage trait. High Impact Reserves is pretty good, but I don't think it's as good as Focus Fury, which then should tell you how much I hate both of these perks. Um, so I think that leaves it at C tier, slightly better than Distant Pull, but not as versatile as Irukandji. I think Irukandji might actually need to be a B tier there. I'll start changing things later. Where the freak? There you go. Yeah, so that's where I would place it. Um, Father Sins. I hate this gun. This gun's ass. Void, craftable. You get it from doing Wellspring stuff and things on Savathun's Throne World. Also rapid fire. This origin trait is pretty neat in that you can make things deal less damage with sustained fire. Third column, Lead from Gold is a good utility perk for giving you more ammo. Triple tap, same thing, but ammo for free. Almost every sniper's the same in that regard, okay? They're all gonna have that shit to some degree. Focus Fury pairs well with Triple Tap and Turnabout, which is only here because Void can get anti-barrier rounds through getting destabilizing rounds, which means you can break shields better, which means that you can use this versus champions, and then this would be a good utility piece to give yourself a shield, although it's probably before its time. If they just refreshed this gun and instead of giving it Turnabout, gave it the Void variation of Turnabout, which is Repulsor Brace, it would be better. Would it still be great? No, but it would be better as a utility piece in that regard. So, where do I think it goes? Just slightly above Persuader, to be honest. There is definitely a lack of good Void sniper rifles. And then Praetor's Revenge, kinetic. You get it from Vault of Glass. It's rapid fire. Um, doesn't have an origin trait because it's old. Um, in the third column, the only thing you care about is this unique trait and reround rounds. Basically, is a combination of triple tap and overflow, but without having to do anything. Basically, gives you the same amount of ammo as both of those, but it pulls from reserves, and you just have to land hits. Um, Best trait here is either high impact reserves, which has good synergy with reround rounds because you'll be lower in the magazine more often. Frenzy also applies here as really good because if you have high reload speed, there's a low downtime, which means you can just fire this thing for a long time with a 15% damage increase and reload speed on top of that. So, where do I think this lands? Predator's Revenge, because it is kinetic, that means it should be stronger than most of these guns. I do think it's probably B tier, but I still think Naeem's Lance is better. I also think Irakanji is better than Twilight Oath. So that should be all of the rapid fire frame sniper rifles, and we're going to keep going. Alright, so now we're on to the adaptive frames, which are not as good as the other extremes. Typically these are best in PvP, but we'll see what we got going on here. I've Soul is kinetic special, and you get it from Trials of Osiris. Look fam, this thing's ass. Just, this is not a PvE weapon at all. Just don't even, just, let's not kid ourselves here. Um, this is the worst. Just the worst. Alright, Uzume, Solar, Special. You get it as a Nightfall reward. It does have Stunning Recovery, Vanguard's Vindication, both of those PvE related um, origin traits. Also has Fluid Dynamics, which I don't think is good. Just pick one of those, but none of the traits matter here that much. Third column, Discord, Clown Cartridge. Third from Golem, my favorite being Fourth Sons of Charm. In the fourth column, you have Deconstruct, Vorpal, and Precision Instrument. We're going to go over Golden Tricorn and a later weapon because I have too many on this gun to go over, but Discord adds Add Clear, Discord and Deconstruct I think would be interesting because Deconstruct is based off hits, Discord is based off kills, both of them give you ammo, so realistically you could just have like ammo forever, and even is pretty good against single targets. So this might be okay as like a running gun-esque sniper, which might be fun, but I don't know how viable that is to be honest. Should be more viable than the rapid fires though, because more damage per shot. I'd like to see this on a aggressive frame though. Clown cartridge is good because every time you reload, you're just gonna overflow the magazine, which is neat. Live from Gold, ammo economy. Force Nostalgia Charm, ammo economy in a different way. Um, Vorpal is just a solid trait because it's gonna help you against the things you care about, and Precision Instrument is best against bosses. Not bad. I think this is like a C tier. Yeah, it's C tier. It has. I think it would be B tier if it wasn't. You know what? No, no, no. It's low B tier. It's low B tier. It's better than those. Um, I don't like the archetype, but the perks are really good, so I kind of carry it. Locus Lacutus Stasis, and I probably didn't say that right, so shut up. Special, craftable. Get it from Season of the Witch activities, which are still going on at this current moment. Um, it's craftable. I think I might have said that already. I'm stalling because I don't like this gun. Overflow, neat. Discord, add clear. That's it. Um, fourth column, utility with headstone, which, you know, eh. Under over, again, utility we've spoken about before. And fire line being the best trait here. It does have box breathing and high ground. I guess I'll go for high ground because I'm pretty sure I didn't put it on any gun. I don't like it because the conditional thing is dumb in that I can't just jump in the air and do it because that would help warlocks more than others. I'm assuming that's why they did that, and it makes me upset. Also, it's 20% for being on high ground, which means that you got to be in a place that makes you higher than the the opposing the opponent, the foe, whatever. Too specific. And box breathing only works on the first shot, which means that this is best on aggressive frame sniper rifles, or if you can get this to go in this third column on anything, I haven't seen them do that yet. That would be really fucking good. Um, but I think they don't because it's a precision modifier, so it could get really crazy with numbers there, math and shit. So, um, what was that? Locus Lacutus. It's top of D tier at best. It's probably better than Father Sins, but the archetype holds it back, and it's just not that good. It's not that good. Soul Survivor, we have Arc Special. You get it from fishing, from Season of the Deep activity, that fishing thing, which everybody probably forgot about, but was neat while it was around. The origin trait nobody cares about. Third, third column, rapid hit. Eh. Field prep. It's nice to have extra ammo. And the reload speed, and then lead from gold, which ammo economy, right? Bolt shot only if you pair it with rapid hit or field prep. Focus fury is a solid enough trait. No ammo recovery thing, so it's kind of hard to justify. But yeah, fire line is easy to proc. Vorpal helps you against things you care about, and Frenzy, which probably should be my favorite trait here because it gives you the reload speed, which means you can go Frenzy, let from gold, and like be okay. Um, how do I feel about Soul Survivor? It's better than Locust. Is it better than? I don't think it's better than Distant Pool. So where's Soul Survivor? That archetype really hurts it. If this was a rapid fire with these traits, it would probably be a bit better. Or even aggressive, it would also be pretty good. Defiance of Yasmin, kinetic, special, craftable. Get it from the King's Fall raid. Runneth over if you don't know what this order trait does, which is important to the weapon. More allies that are around you when you reload, the more ammo you get. It does max out ammo increase at 50%, which is still nice. Remember, you want all of your snipers to have this or this anyway. Then you can have up to like 8-ish shots, which now that I say all that out loud, it doesn't even sound that good. If it also had one of those like triple taps or some shit, then it would be great, but eh. Shoot the loop. Eh. Yeah, I actually don't like shoot the loop. I don't know why I put that on there. I was probably trying to be nice. Firefly for ad clear, if you wanted to use this for ad clear for some dumbass reason. Fireline, Vorpal, Focus Fury, these are all the same customers here, right? I actually don't like this gun. Looking at it now, it's definitely better than ISO. Everything is better than ISO. It's better than Persuader. It's better than Father's Sins. It's better than Locus Lacotus. Actually, it's not. I don't think it's better than Locus. So yeah, somewhere around there. Galu, Gallo. This is a world drop. This arc is special. Um, Shitty origin trait for a sniper. Shoot the loot, which it goes with Dragonfly, so okay. Overflow and Focus Fury is a solid combination, and this is the gun where I'm gonna take my time to go over Golden Tricorn. I think Golden Tricorn would be great on a Discord weapon. But you got to get a kill, and then you got to get an ability kill, which really isn't that hard. If you get one kill with this and get a headshot, throw a grenade, you have 50% damage for 10 seconds. 10-second damage increase? I mean, 50% damage increase for 10 seconds? That's actually really fucking good. And I think Bungie's been trying to push us to use that on other things. The problem is the setup, but 50% damage increase for 10 seconds is a fucking lot. And if you think about it, that's the exact same length of damage increase that you get for bait and switch, and that's only a 30% damage increase. Golden Tricorn is slept on. Now, if there's some way that you get this to proc, right? If there's some ads around, you need at least 2 ads around, and you can get this to proc, you are going to blow up whatever the fuck's in front of you. The problem is that's specific. It's similar to like Surrounded in that way, but Surrounded is easier to proc. So I don't hate the trait. I just don't feel like there's a lot of places where you can actually use the trait effectively. But I probably should try using it more often on everything. Um, with that, how do I feel about Galu? I think because of that trait combination is interesting. It's better than Soul Survivor. Um, but the ease of use just is not there to be higher than any of these other guns. Beloved, this is a PvP sniper that masquerades as a PvE sniper to some degree here with 4 times a charm and having box breathing, which is an interesting trait, but again, I wish it was in that third column. I would even take it over 4 times a charm because it would be better for burst damage, which I think would be a interesting way to help snipers actually. And then incandescent is just an add clear trait, which helps here, but I just don't think is the move to be honest. I would just use box breathing. If you're going to use this PvE, I'm using 4 times a charm and box breathing. I would wait for my first shot to get that extra damage, and then I would just keep shooting over and over and over again. Um, that way you can use this for a little bit of burst, and then 4 times a charm will help you with ammo economy. Um, do I think that makes it good for PvE? No, it's really bad. It's better than ISO and Persuader, but that's about it because everything's better than ISO and Persuader for PvE. Fugue, World Drop, Special, Void. I didn't mention where you get it from, but you get um, Beloved from. Ooh, you get it from doing the thing, the exotic quest, not exotic quest, the exotic rotator mission that gives you Dead Man's Tale. Yes, is that it? It's the same place you actually no, you get SR. Okay, that's why I messed up at. Yes, I'm leaving this in. Shut up, don't ask me. You get Ikelos from doing the exotic rotator mission that gets you Revision 0, which I don't remember. You get Beloved from doing the one that I said SR, Ikelos SR, that I said you get Ikelos SR from, which is the one that gives you Dead Man's Tale. If you don't follow that, don't worry about it. Just ask me the question later because I know that don't make sense because it only barely made sense to me. Anyways, back to the fugue. It has in the third trait, it does have auto loading holster. I mean that's a good origin. I mean a good origin trait. That's a good trait. I do think 4 times charm and left from goal is better on sniper rifles because this just doesn't do enough burst damage for me to care about whipping it out every 2.5 seconds, but whatever. Um, box breathing, we've talked about it. Interesting, but really want box breathing to be in a third column on something, anything at this point. And just pair that with like Vorpal, that would be pretty fucking good. Um, Focus Fury, um, for obvious reasons, especially pairing it with 400 Charm and Fire Line being solid. This is a solid gun. It's better than most. It's definitely at least a B tier. I do think it's easier to use than Twilight Oath. Um, that's about it. Which means I think Uzume is better because I think Uzume is better than Fugue. I actually think Nine Flash should go up, by the way. Yeah, I think it should be more like this. Yeah. Next, Thoughtless, Stasis, Special, Craftable, Season Pass reward. It was a Season Pass reward for, I don't know, like the very first season we got, I think, actually. So, like 2 years ago? Yeah, like 2 years ago, I think. Um, I honestly don't even know how you get this thing at this point now. So I'm sorry. It does have like one of, if not the best origin traits we ever got, which is every time you get a kill, you get resilience, um, 10 resilience, and you get damage resistance. In PvE, stacks up to 3 times, so 15% damage resistance and 30% resilience, which sick. That's sick. Okay. Um, kind of shitty on a sniper rifle, but sick. Specifically because this thing doesn't have any it doesn't have like Discord. Discord wasn't a thing when this came out. The only thing that you care about in this first column would be overflow, and then you compare that with Fireline or Focus Fury for obvious reasons, and then the utility of Headstone. How good do I think that makes this gun? Um, Not very, honestly. Um, Definitely better than that. It's better than Beloved. It's probably better than Father Sins and Yasmin. Is it better than Locust? I don't think so. Locust has more damage traits. So yeah, and they're basically the same gun anyway, just origin trait changes really. Um yeah, so Thousand Yard Stare. Triple Tap and Golden Tricorn, that's it. And I do think that could be good, but we've already talked about the issues I have with proccing Golden Tricorn. But the 80% damage increase for 10 seconds with how many shots? Like, that's like about 7 shots. That's still pretty good. It's Void special, and you get it from the Grasp of Avarice dungeon. How good do I think that makes this gun? Not very. It is better than Beloved, but not by much, and that's about it. Um, Tranquility. They actually took away a lot of the traits that were good on this fucking thing, but anyways, you get it from doing moon stuff, which makes it old. It's special. It's kinetic, so it does have a benefit there. Third column, the only trait I care about would be lead from gold. Um, if they kept this old trait, then Filbert would be good. I'm not using autoloader holster on this thing. Um, fourth column traits, Fireline and Frenzy for all the reasons we've been over before. How good do I think that makes this gun? Because it's kinetic, it does get a slight bump up um, around Defiance of Jasmine, so it's at least this good. Because it's kinetic, I do think it's better than Thoughtless and Locust, because Frenzy is better than I think people believe it is. So T, low C tier, maybe better than Soul Survivor, about here. Yeah, about here. All right, cool. So now we're gonna go to the aggressive frames. I think these are definitely better than adapters. Adapters are at the bottom of the totem pole, but I think you can argue one way or the other for rapids and aggressives. I think both of those can be really good. I think rapids might have the edge by a little bit, but I do like the bursty nature of aggressive frame sniper rifles. The first one we're going to go over is Succession, specifically the Brave Arsenal Succession. It's kinetic, it's special, and it is aggressive frame. You currently get it from doing onslaughts and current into the light activities. Um, yeah. In the third column, you have lead from gold, reconstruction, discord. Those are the only ones that matter. Reconstruction probably being the best one, but a close second would be discord for the ad clear, with it being an aggressive frame. Um, Fourth column, we're gonna have to go over this one and this one. Vorpal, Focus Fury, Fire Line, Box Fury. It has all of those that all the other snipers have, but it also has these two unique ones, being Redirection. This one works really well with Discord in that the way that Redirection works is you get hits on minor combatants, little red bars. It stacks up to 20, and then you get a 20% damage increase on everything that is not a red bar, but it takes away 5 of your stacks. So you can get up to 4 shots. Yeah, 4 shots of 20% extra damage, which does have a bit of building up, but you're doing a lot of ad clear with it, and comparing that with Discord, you can get to 20 pretty fast. So that's interesting. Although I think the one that is the easiest and the best to go for, in my opinion, would just be recombination, as each time you get a kill with elemental kill, then this gun's damage will increase by 10%, stacking up to 10 times, getting 100% to double your damage on one singular shot. This is the burst damage I'm looking for. And this is why I think that they should be putting box breathing on this third column on some of these guns and pairing it with something like Vorpal, because I believe that will be still less than recombination, and typically it should last for like one shot. I guess it just depends on the traits that you use, but box breathing is only going to be for that one shot. So I think that recombination and reconstruction is the best, because reconstruction will also reload your gun just all the time, so you don't never have to worry about loading anything, which means you can full send with extended mag and backup mag if you wanted to, for having all those shots at one time. It's pretty fucking good. Spent a lot of time on that because I believe this is a S tier weapon. It is behind the Supremacy, but I think these are the best snipers in the game. Next, Luna Regolith. Solar, special. You get it from doing strike stuff. And we don't really care about origin traits here. Third column, Clown Cartridge, Field Prep, and Triple Tap. All those are pretty good. They're just pretty good traits. Nothing too crazy. It's pretty standard, par for the course at this point, to be honest. In the fourth column, you have box breathing again. Please, Bungo, please, just give me like box breathing precision instrument or something. I don't care. You have precision instrument, you have firing line, you also have cascade point. Now, I do want to mention these. Explosive payload has been used because it gives you a slight damage increase, just period, but I just don't like it. It doesn't feel right to me. If you just want a free 15% damage increase, you probably could just use explosive payload. Or at least I believe that's how it works in PvE for snipers. It might be different for snipers, but I know that's how it works on primaries. Also, I hate high ground. Now, Cascade Point is really good, I think, on aggressive range snipers because of burst. Again, we want the burst, I think that works really well with either triple tap or field prep. I do think you'll run out of Cascade Point before you shoot all your shots, but it'll be close, which is good. So, yeah, just to be able to spit those shots out really quickly. How good do I think that makes Luna Regolith? This is a C tier for sure. It's at least a C tier. Do I think it's better than Tranquility? Yeah. Is it better than Galu? Yeah. Is it better than Pool? No. Alright, last foray. This is a world drop, aggressive, obviously solar, special. It has field tested origin trait, just gives you more range and reload speed. The reload speed is the only thing that's worth noting here, but it does require you to deal a lot of damage. So yeah, moot. Third column, Discord, add clear. Lead from gold, nice. Envious assassin, nice. And field prep, we like all of those. In the fourth column, you have incandescent. Only reason I have this is because it pairs well with Discord. We have box breathing, Cascade Point, Focus Fury, Frenzy. Again, uh, the typical suspects here. To get the most out of this gun, I really think it's just either lead from gold or field prep and Cascade Point. I understand trying to go for the Discord thing here, but I don't think this is the best role for this gun. I think there's other guns that are better trying to do that add clear thing. Focus Fury, I don't like it that much. Frenzy is neat, and but I think just the Cascade Point, Field Prep or Cascade Point Envious is like the play here. Um, how good do I think that makes last foray? It is low C tier. Is it better than Soul Survivor? Yes. Is it better than Tranquility? Yes. Galu? No. Galu seems to be the gatekeeper. Bite of the Fox. Kinetic, special. You get it from doing Iron Banner stuff. Um, what is it good at? It has Envious Assassin and Vorpal. That is it. Um, this thing is high D tier because it does have that combination, which is better than most of these guns. But that's it. Volta Bracket. Strand, special, craftable. You get it from doing Lightfall campaign stuff. Nano Tracer rockets is nice because it gives you like a free little rocket to do more damage. It's not a lot of damage, but it does help with just damage because free damage is free damage. In the third column, Subsistence and Hatchling. I had to say it together because if I just said Subsistence, people would thought I'm stupid. So with these perk combinations, where do I think that put Volta Bracket? I mean, it's at least C tier, right? At least C tier. Is it better than Galu? Galu's been the gatekeeper. Yeah. Is it better than Luna? It's about the same. It's about right there. That's probably where I would put it at. All right. Albruna D. Man, these names, I swear. Arc special. It is a Gambit reward. Aggressive. Gun and run is neat. It's probably the most interesting origin trait. But the rest of the other origin trait is just kind of whatever. It's supposed to be more damage and all that, but I don't care, to be honest. So, third column, you have clown, triple, field prep, explosive payload. Nah. All those are pretty good, but it's the typical suspects, right? High impact, firing line, vorpal, frenzy, golden tricorn, under over, and cascade point. I still think triple tap cascade point is probably the best. You could argue for golden tricorn in this in that column. Um, Clown is a good alternative to triple tap if for some reason you don't get it. Field prep's good. Because you have explosive payload in the third column, I would take it more often here. If you were looking for like a burst damage roll, so like this, and then you pair that with um Cascade Point, but yeah, that's about it. Um, so what do I think that puts Albruna? Oof, these names. It's at least C tier, but I think it's only like a little bit better than Tranquility. Sorry, my daughter's trying to push my microphone. You can't have my microphone, mama. You can't have my microphone. All right. Wrong thing. So, dang it, my daughter made me lose my train of thought. Occluded finality. Let's see. What does this have? Arc special. You get it from Iron Banner. The origin traits suck for PvE. Auto loading holster is the only thing in the third column, so you know this thing is garbage. Vorpal and Firing Line. I'm not even gonna spend a whole lot of time on this thing. To be honest with you guys, this is bad. It's better than Persuader and Eye of Soul because everything is better than Persuader and Eye of Soul, as we've spoken about. All right. So Silicon Aroma. This is kinetic special. It you get it from the Nightfall. It's a Nightfall reward. Hopefully you already got it. Triple tap is the only thing in the first column or third column, I guess, that's worth your time, to be honest. And then you have Focus Fury, which I don't really like. You already know that. Frenzy, Firing Line, and Adrenaline Junkie. I think Adrenaline Junkie is similar to Golden Tricorn in that it can be usable, but it's kind of like, yeah, that's a lot of work. You do have to just get one kill, and it only lasts for 4.5 seconds, but that should be enough time to get at least half your magazine out, which is pretty good. Not great, but pretty good. Where do I think that puts Silicon Aroma? This is around a B tier, I would imagine. Um, it's better than Fuse, somewhere around Uzume. Yeah, probably a little worse than Pray This Revenge. Okay, so last two. Frozen Orbit. You get it from Crucible. It's void, special. Origin trait doesn't really matter. Um, my daughter's making this last part art here, sorry. Uh, Clown Cartridge. I love you too, baby. Genesis, which is an interesting trait. Auto-loading holster. Triple tap and Lead from Gold. Fourth column, you have High Impact Reserves, Vorpal, Dragonfly for a little bit of ad clear if you wanted to be weird, and Boss Breathing. Um, Not the greatest, but Triple Tap and High Impact Reserve should be pretty good. Same thing with Vorpal. Um, Clown Cartridge with High Impact Reserve should also be pretty good. Maybe. Honestly, I'm not even sure about that one. Yeah, this one's actually not all that good. This is like um another one of those better than Persuader and Eye of Soul, because everything is. It's better than Occluded and Beloved and Thousand Yard Stare, but I think Father of Sins kind of got it beat. So we have a curveball here in that we're also going to speak on the original succession, or original, the refurbished succession that you get directly from the Deepstone Crypt. It's also kinetic, it's craftable, unlike the other one you get from the Brave Arsenal. Origin trait is also different in that you get Brazen Inheritance, which is per damage you get ability energy, which is nice. Um, in the third column, you have Lead from Gold and Reconstruction. These are the only traits that you care about. And then in the fourth column, you do have Recombination, which is my goats. And then it has Vorpal, Focused, Firing Line, and Box Breathing, which are all pretty good. Pretty good. Um, because of the Reconstruction and Recombination, this has to be pretty high. This is like an A tier at least, based off that fact alone. The origin trait is also nice in that hits will give you ability energy, which pushes it into almost S tier territory for me. But I do believe that the new variation is better because of having the redirection and discord. So you got like an extra playstyle that you can use this gun for. Um, so to me, I didn't actually make a thing for it, but to me, that original Secession is right here with Naheem's Lance. It's high A tier, right? And then the last one, Mechabra. I think it's Macabre, but whatever. Or maybe Macabre. I don't know, man. I don't speak whatever the fuck language this is from. You get it from Festival of the Lost. So in October, it was pink last year. Arc. Um, it is aggressive frame. It has search party origin trait, which is just a PvP thing. If you're away from people, you aim down sights faster, which is nice. It's like snapshot for free. Then you have triple tap, clown, demo. But the only reason I have demo is because it has Discord, so you can demo Discord, which is nice. And then you have Vorpal Weapon, and oh, how did I miss that? It also has High Impact Reserves, and I guess we can count Adrenaline Junkie here as well. But yeah, you know, it's iffy. All right, it's iffy. So what do I think that would put Mechabra, which again I know I'm doing it wrong, so shut up. It's at least C tier because it has multiple options, right? I don't think it's as good as Albruna or Last Foray. Do I think it's better than Tranquility? Maybe slightly. Slightly. It does have the origin trait. Um, so yeah, this took. This wasn't that bad. Lots of freaking weapons. Okay, I've been working on this for a couple hours. Da. I know. Okay. Yeah, I think this is about it. I don't really see anything that I would change around. I think this is about right. There are a lot of snipers, but as you can see, there are a ton of them that are just kind of clumped together in this C tier, a bunch in the D tier. I think they're giving us too many snipers and they're not focusing on making unique enough snipers. Again, I would really love a box breathing and then some other damage trait somewhere. I think that would be amazing. Just I don't know, Bungie, please. That would be great. Um, but yeah, see you guys again soon, hopefully. Later. Say bye, mama. Say bye. You don't want to talk now? Okay.